What's going down, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good evening. Yes, honey, mother is back, and we have a special guest tonight. I am going to bring him on in just a second, but I want to give y'all the news. Y'all know I love to tell y'all what's going on in the sport before we get into some of the more complex topics that sometimes we cover on this show. So let me go ahead and just give y'all the news. We're gonna bring him on. We're gonna chop it up with the wolf, see what he got going on. But first and foremost, let's see what we got here. Now let me tell y'all something, okay? I don't know if nobody listens to mother when she talks or what be happening, honey. But I told y'all this fool was something wasn't right. Something wasn't right with the coin or whatever, okay? But Floyd Mayweather, who is 48 years old and 50 and 0, okay, he has signed a deal with CSI Sports, and he will be making his return. Now, after this will come after his fight with Mike Tyson in April, which is going to be an exhibition fight. Obviously, we know Mayweather has been retired since 2017, but he will be making his way back this summer. He does not have an opponent listed as of yet, but he is rumored to be unretiring after this summer. Um, I did post it on the community board, y'all. However, it bears repeating that unfortunately there has been another change to tonight's card. Richardson Hitchens is off tonight's card at the very last hour. He's decided to pull out of the fight. Apparently, weight cut was just too much for him. He has fallen ill, from what I understand, and will not be able to perform in tonight's event. From what I understand, I believe he was part of the main card, so I'm not sure if they're just going to pull that fight in totality, if they're going to stick somebody else in there with Oscar Duarte, or what they got going on. But Richardson Hitchens, unfortunately, will not be on tonight's card. So if you were looking forward to that fight, sorry to disappoint you. Now, Teofimo Lopez has decided that he is going to move to welterweight, okay? And he is keeping his father as his trainer, okay? He says he's made it this far with his daddy. Why change now? All right, so obviously this decision comes after his unanimous decision loss to Shakur Stevenson January 31st. As we know, the champions at 147 pounds are Rolly Romero, Lewis Crocker, Devin Haney, and as of tonight, well, as of right now, it's still Mario Barrios. This is obviously pre tonight's fight. So those are the champions in that division. Obviously, Teofimo will need to take a fight at 147 before he can, try and challenge one of the champions, which is what I discussed in my last video about Keyshawn Davis just calling out Devin Haney. It doesn't quite work that way, but it was cute all the same. Now, this gentleman, Zanabek, okay, he has received a 1-year suspension. Now, this will be retroactivated back to December 2nd of 2025 from the WBO due to a positive test for the banned substance meldonium. Okay, so that is going to go back it's a year from December 2nd. He will be suspended and unable to participate in any boxing events. Now, Lord help us. Conor Benn has decided that he wants to throw his hat, honey, in the Zuffa ring. Okay. Conor Benn, after spending 10 plus years under the Matchroom umbrella, under the guidance of Eddie Hearn, has stated he wants legacy fights. Supposedly, this is a one-fight agreement from what I understand, and it is upwards of 8 figures. Now, I'm hearing 15 million, but I can't confirm that. But I do know it is just a one-fight deal. This one-fight deal allows him, the promotional freedom to negotiate after the one fight he will be essentially a free agent. Okay, so that is the news on Conor Ben. Obviously, Eddie Hearn talked about how shocked and appalled he was by that. To Conor Ben, I say this to you, sir.
You disloyal, fool-ass, bitch-made punk.
All of that. After Eddie stood by you with your little egg situation and all of that, honey, protected you for 10 years, you just gonna up and leave him like that. Shame on you, Conor Ben. That's real nasty work. Real nasty work. Just, there's no loyalty, I guess. Where is the loyalty? One more thing I forgot about Zanabek. He retains his title, right? Right. But he must face like an interim champ, which he'll mostly be like Denzel Bentley or like Andrew Salaba upon his return. Now he has requested the B sample, which they are entitled to do. Proclaiming his innocence. However, they ain't really trying to hear all of that. Another new signing to Zuffa is Andy Ruiz. He has recently signed with your boy Zuffa. Okay. Originally he was just considering it, but now he has went ahead and pulled the trigger on that, I'm assuming. So there's that. Now I will say this. I will save the upcoming fights for a little while because I do want to bring our guest on. So that we can get him on here. I know he's training. I know his fight is next week, so we don't want to take up too much of his time while he gives us a little bit of it. I definitely do want to make sure we bringing him in and introducing him, getting him all, welcomed. But while we're waiting for him to go ahead and click the link, I do want to make sure we go ahead and just let y'all know who we got coming in. We are going to be joined anyway by the man they call the Wolf, Elijah Pierce. Now, he is currently ranked number 2 in the world and riding a massive, 11 to 12, I think, win streak. We can ask him. Since obviously his setback in 2019 to Segway, he's been on a tear, most notably stopping the world title challenger, Michael DeSantis. I think it was the 9th round last July, right? That knockout put the entire division on notice, and he will be returning to the ring on February 28th to face a dangerous Lorenzo Parra. So I am excited. I can't wait. I've been a fan of Elijah's for a while now. So when he gets here, we're definitely going to chop it up and see what's new with him, see what he got going on. Let me see. Just text him real quick and tell him come on up. And the card tonight, we have the Clarissa Shields card tomorrow. Don't know if we're going to have time to talk about that. But I definitely do want to make sure what's going on, all things. Yeah, what's up, Sean Terrence? How you doing, baby? Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. But I don't know if y'all saw that press conference. I'm gonna do probably a video on that and drop it a little later for y'all. Just about what I think about what took place at that press conference with Clarissa Shields and Franchon Cruz Dezern. And then obviously I'm thrown by, Richardson Hitchens being too sick to perform tonight because he was talking real spicy at the press conference. So I was kind of looking forward to, seeing him interact and seeing what he has for Oscar Duarte. These boys have been moving strange lately. I'm not sure what's going on with them. But I hope they get it together. This is just another example of not being in your right weight class, in my opinion. So, we're gonna see. We'll see how things shake out for him. What he has going on. But it looks like maybe 147 may start to heat up after all. You know what I'm saying? So, well, you never know. You never know. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it was a letdown to me. I ain't really checking for Richard Hitchens like that, if I'm being honest. But I mean, it would have been nice to see him back in action. We haven't seen him in action since he defeated what you call it, the boy Devin beat Cambosis. We haven't seen him since Cambosis, although that was an impressive stoppage. That was, what have you done for me lately type of energy that we're on. So who knows? We'll see what he has going on, and I'm definitely gonna see what is going on. I'm gonna dig a little bit more into this, obviously, just to see what really happened. But we can discuss that a little later. Let's get our guests on in here first. Elijah, what's up?
Going on? How you doing?
Yeah. How you been?
Oh man, just grinding. Same shit, different
Mhm.
toilet. Just putting in that work every single day, getting ready to, change me and my kids' life.
Mhm. Mhm. I think that's one of the things I admire about you the most. It's definitely most about your kids. You definitely make sure you said that. And I be seeing y'all videos on Instagram. I'm like, oh, look at them,
I
they're
mean,
so cute. Your son, he just started walking or something, right?
yeah, yeah. He'll be
Mhm.
one next week. He actually turns one the day that I leave to the fight,
Oh, wow. Okay. When are you leaving?
the 26th.
Okay. 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 So I mean, obviously you ready, it's gonna be intense. What do you know about your opponent? You
Oh,
looked
I
at
mean,
him at all? You
I've
peeked at him?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't. I'm not really one to like do a lot of film work. Like, I don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong. I watch film, but I don't do a lot of film work. I leave that up to my coaches and let them, do all the breakdowns and whatnot. Because ultimately it's my job to be myself and do my thing in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to let somebody else dictate what I do in the ring. But yeah, I mean, I've seen him. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, and
Mm-hmm.
I've learned not to take anybody lightly in that ring. So, end of the day, I'm treating him like he's the best of the best. I'm fully prepared. I'm ready. I'm coming in there, ready to show and prove once again. And it's been a lot of talk. I've been hearing a lot of talk about me because a lot of people kind of got this misconception about me now, and it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna show up, show out, and I'm gonna prove everybody wrong like I always do. And then, once again, come out victorious.
What you been hearing? Who been popping crazy? Because I haven't really been hearing a lot. Obviously, we just coming off that, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago, with that card in New York. So I'm pretty much still hearing a little chatter from that. But what have you been hearing? Because I know we talked before about you wanting to challenge some of the champions in your division, and some of them not taking too kindly to that. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean, well, I mean, of course that too, but it's not really so much that. It's just, I've been around, I see different people like once the fight was announced, I seen different people commentate on it and basically make their predictions and whatnot. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people a lot of people they think that I'm a one trick style fighter. They think that I'm one way, that I fight one particular way, which is completely.
False.
Yeah, completely false. I mean, because that's the whole reason, like I said, why I spell my name the way I spell it, the W triple XLF. You know what I'm saying? The triple X represents unpredictability. You don't never know what you're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
when you step in the ring with Elijah Pierce, like ever. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a different style of fighter. I believe I'm a one-on-one style of fighter because I can adapt and I fight
Mm-hmm.
a multitude of different ways, but I only use what's necessary. I don't overcompensate. So I mean, I've been knocking guys out. I mean, it might not
Mm-hmm.
be to the fashion of what people may like, or I could do some things better. Of course,
Well, I
that's the
mean,
whole thing about
shit.
going.
This is the last time we see Michael DeSantos, so I mean, what the problem is, What's
Hey,
the
you know what I'm
problem?
saying? But that there's still little flaws that I could fix and whatnot. So
Mhm.
I'm privy to that, and that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm not saying that I can't grow or I can't become better. I ain't never said that.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you feel me? I get the job done, and once again, I'm gonna do the same thing. February 28th, Parra is out of there, and on top of that,
Mhm.
I've already got solidification that once I win this fight, I will be mandatory for the WBO title. So
The
it's a wrap.
WBO.
It's on.
That's Rafael Espinoza, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. You
Uh,
said it though. You said it last time you were here. You was like, "Yo, I'm gonna make it so loud they ain't gonna be able to deny me. They're not gonna be able to ignore me." So you on the right path for sure, for
abs-
sure. I mean, listen, if you strap hunting, that's the same thing that and I'm so happy for Shushu because he was able to do it. Those guys that were kind of ignoring him, if you
yeah.
want to say, until now he has a belt, so now you can't ignore him. You got to fight him. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So the same thing will happen for
Yeah,
you.
and even Shu, that's my dog. Like me and him, like that's probably one of the only contemporaries that I have in boxing that I'm actually friends with. He's probably the literally only one. Like me and him are actual
Right.
real friends, and
Mhm.
we've already spoken about fighting. You know, when the time is
Mhm.
right, and when the time is right, and I get my belt, he gets his belt. We'll unify and we'll do what we do. You know, but
Mhm.
until then, you know, I wish him the best. I hope he enjoys his win, and he, you know,
Mhm.
enjoyed it to the fullest. I know he worked his ass off for it, just like I'm working my ass
Mhm.
off for mine.
That's right. That's right. You now you still with OTX, right?
Actually, OTX just I hear they're closing down. So
Oh gosh, yeah.
OTX is about to pretty much no more at this point. But
So who you with now? Who you with now? Are
I'm,
you
I'm
free agent or?
no, not quite yet. I'm still with Viva Promotions, aka I'm pretty much
Mhm.
a subsidiary of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, which is why I'm
Okay.
headlining. Which is I'm headlining their card again.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, well good. Long as you ended on your feet. I saw that Tiara and O'Shea, they're now with MVP. So
Yeah.
that's a step in the right direction for those young ladies for sure. But
Yep.
yeah, Manny Pacquiao Promotions is not a bad way to go. Manny obviously is beloved by so many in the sport. He's came back out of retirement, still selling out arenas. So and his son is also on that card, right? Manny Pacquiao Jr. He's on that card too.
Yep. He's
Mhm.
he's on my
Yeah, he's
undercard.
on
So
that
you
card.
know it's definitely I'm very appreciative still. You know, thank you to Viva Promotions. That's what I'm signing with Brendan
Mhm.
and Sean Gibbons. You know, I'm very
Mhm.
thankful to them for the opportunity. And you know, we'll see once I do become a free agent later this year. You know, we'll kind of weigh the options and see what's best fit for
Right.
me. But for right now, you know, we're focused on this card, February 28th on Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and you know we're gonna do it once again, and we're gonna solidify this world title.
I know that's right, Elijah. How's your training and everything and like your nutrition? You're on track to make weight? All of that's good.
Oh yeah, everything is good. I'm
Mhm.
honestly, this is probably one of the first times I'm under 10 pounds, and like I'm
Okay.
close. I'm real close to weight. That's all. That's pretty much. I'll
Mhm.
just leave it at that. I'm very close to weight, and it's I've been that way about the last 2 weeks. So I
Okay.
mean, yeah,
Okay.
I'm
And I know
good.
you fought in multiple different weight classes, so you can pretty much fluctuate if need be. So that's definitely good too without hurting yourself. Cause I don't know if you heard, but Richardson Hitchens is now not on the card tonight.
Yeah,
He felt
I just
ill.
heard.
Yeah.
Just heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he felt ill. So I guess the making of the weight or whatever the case may be. That's why it's probably best to fight closer to your original weight class if you can, so that you don't have to put your body through. Because I'm sure y'all put your body through so much already. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And sucking down and taking your energy. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. I hope he gets it together and he's okay. But
hey, I
you've been
mean,
on
end of the day,
fire.
end of the day, like I've yeah, like I said, I've been around the block with both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
the first, like when my first earlier in my career, that's what I was doing. I was only fighting about maybe 8 pounds
Oh
outside my
wow.
weight. So that's why I initially started off at 135, 140 when I was
Hmm.
fighting. And then, you know,
Yeah.
eventually once the competition started to step up or whatever, then I started seeing guys were drop, these guys were so much
Hmm.
bigger than me come fight night. Then
Hmm.
that's what made me okay. I was like, maybe I'm gonna have to follow suit or in some form or fashion or figure
Yeah.
this out. Cause that don't, I don't want to be always, not overmatched, but I don't want to always give them
The
the
smaller
advantage.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I think it would be best too we went back to same day weigh-ins or at least close to it. You know what I'm saying? So we can kind of, like you said, make sure everybody's just on an even playing field. There's nobody coming in on fight night looking like, what happened to you? You know what I'm saying? Like you all blown up and everything like that. So I'm glad that you're fighting at least close to your regular weight class and things are actually working out because you on fire. You won what, 11 or 12 straight wins?
Yeah,
Well,
I
this
think
would
it's
be the 12th, right?
12. No, this would be the 13th, I believe.
13th? Okay. 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 Excuse me.
Hey, shit, man, I'm excited. Like this is literally like this is the I tell people this is the climax of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'll be 30 years old later this year, and
Okay.
that ever eluding big payday and just everything,
Mm-hmm.
everything for my children, just the dream that I've manifested for myself since I began my pro career, almost 10 years ago, or well, actually 10
Mm-hmm.
years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that, all of that is coming into fruition, and it's a beautiful thing. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to finally be here, and I'm not gonna let it slip. Like that's the main thing that people have to kind of understand about me mentally going into this fight. It's so much on the line for me
Yeah.
that, like, literally, like, this, it's life and death. So that's how and that's how it's being treated for sure.
That's how you're approaching the situation, and that's definitely what's up. I remember we were talking on Instagram, and your daughter wrote a book. That is so amazing. How is her book doing?
Oh yeah, it's oh yeah, she has a comic book, and
A
well, she has,
comic book,
actually,
yeah.
yeah, has a, yeah, but it's great, man. I'm super grateful for those who have purchased a copy, and
Hmm.
I'm thankful for my homegirl Jabrina Brown. She's the author of it, and there's more on the way. My
Oh, you
daughter,
told. Okay.
yeah, she's extremely
Hmm.
smart, extremely talented. So I'm just looking forward to, her continuing to grow, and just, that's my baby girl. You know what I mean? And now I got my
Hmm.
son coming up behind her, and I'm just eager to really have that much more quality time with my children and be able to really invest in them the way that I would like to.
Right.
Myself. It's just it's different, man. Like for me, like I've had it myself. My parents, they invested a lot into me. They did their very best, and I'm extremely appreciative. And I just want to continue to follow suit.
Hmm. That's amazing for sure. She looks like she has so much character and so much pizzazz. I watched that little video y'all put up outside where y'all were dressed up. I was like, y'all look like y'all just have the most fun together. So that's always a good thing. And she seems like a daddy's girl. So how old is she now? She's like what, 6, 7?
No, she's 9.
Oh my God,
Yeah, I had
9.
her. I had her when I was 20. So like, it's kind of dope because
Okay.
when I become 30, she'll be 10. So we both, I hit my prime age, and she'll hit double digits at the same time.
Hit them together, huh?
Yep.
For sure, for sure. Now, I saw some clips of you training earlier. You looking sharp, man. You looking real sharp. Is that your that wasn't your father, right? With the mitts?
Oh no,
I didn't
no.
want to I don't want to I couldn't bring it I couldn't bring the video up because it was music playing behind it and I didn't want to get a copyright. But it was like a heavy set guy.
Um.
And he had on like a green run suit almost like them old back in the day track suits.
Oh, damn. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Did he?
Yeah, I should have brought it up, but I didn't because it was like playing music, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to get a copyright because I tried to record it, but it had the
Oh.
music, and I didn't want it to so let me see if I can go on your page. I was like, look at Elijah looking sharp, man. Let me
Oh yeah. I
see.
got. I gotta see which video you talking about because I'm trying. I don't know
I
why I
think
can't think of it right now.
you just posted it, I think today. Matter of
Oh, I
fact.
mean, if
Let
you if
me
you talking
see.
about the ones today, like I said, I know I had there was one where there was my sparring my the sparring I had this past weekend with Frank. I had went to Frank
Frank
Martin's gym.
Martin, right? Yeah, I'm about to say you
Yeah.
was with Frank in one of them too. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep,
had
yep, yep.
sparred
He's on this
sparred.
card tonight.
Yeah, I had sparred the little bro Kamari or whatever, and we got
Hmm.
some great work in. And then Frank was there, and we got to chop it up. I hadn't seen him since I had helped him get ready for his fight against Tank and everything. So it was good to chop it up with him and wish him the best of luck in
Hmm.
his fight. And it's kind of funny because um Frank's
Yeah.
opponent is my manager's fighter, Nahir Albright. So that's my boy too. So I'm in the middle with that one. So I'm like, like
Not here. Oh,
that's
right.
a, yeah, that's a hard,
Oh,
it's
so
a
you
toss
ain't
up
giving
for
a
me.
prediction, huh? Yeah,
Nah,
and
I'm in the
that's
middle
actually
with that one.
it is. That's actually one of the fights that okay. That's actually one of the fights that I'm looking forward to because I'm a huge fan of Frank's and Albright. let me tell you something. That's a tough out for anybody. After I seen him in there with Keyshawn, and then I seen what he did to Kelvin, I was like, man, all right, he ain't nothing to be taken lightly. So I'm definitely looking forward to that fight with him and Frank, and I'm also looking forward to Gary and the yeah, Hiroka, and then obviously the main event. But who do you think in the main event? Mario Barrios or Ryan? Who you got?
Man, honestly, I got to toss up for me too because
Okay.
like I said, Barrios, that's my boy. Me and Barrios, like
Okay.
that's I mess with Barrios, my dog, man. But we train together in San Antonio. But
Okay.
but at the same time, Ryan, I do like Ryan though. He is
Do
good,
you?
and
Okay.
I just think that it depends which Ryan shows up because he did drop that decision to Rolly, and you can tell he wasn't really.
Himself.
Yeah, definitely wasn't himself that fight. So I don't know, just mentally, whichever one shows up,
Mhm.
I've been hearing that he's been at his best, so I'm expecting a very good fight for sure. So
Mhm.
but I do know that Barrios he gonna come with it too. He tough, so I mean we just gonna have to
Yeah.
see. But as
Yeah.
far as the other predictions, I do got Gary beating Hiroka. I think and
Mhm.
Antoine, that dude, he nice. I like Antoine. He real nice. And what was the other when you
Well, we
said
know that Richardson Hitchin is gone off the card now,
yeah
but there's another guy on there at the bottom. Amari, I think, is on that card too. Amari Jones, I think he's on the
Amari Jones,
prelim.
yeah he's
Mm-hmm.
on there.
Amari's on that card.
Yeah,
You
he's
know
on.
what? Carmel is on your card next week, isn't he?
Yep, sure is.
Carmel Moten. Okay, I'm glad he's getting some more airtime because sometimes it'd be hard to like find his fights. Like sometimes he's before the prelims.
Right.
Or he's like on like the very beginning of the prelim. So I miss him sometimes. So I'm gonna be making sure I'm watching that whole entire card because I can't wait till he starts to, build his numbers up and get more because I want to see him in there with some of these guys, the Zaquin Moses is, some of
Yeah,
these younger cats. Let them get in there and mix it up, maybe the
that's
Scooter
so.
Davises. You know what I mean? Let these young boys get in here and mix it up.
No,
But
for sure.
you are going after the title, the WBO, right?
Hmm.
Held by Rafael Espinoza. Has there been any conversation with y'all? Have y'all had like some back and forth? You let him know, listen, I'm coming for you. What's
Oh
going
no,
on?
I'm not even sure he even speaks English. So, but regardless, even if so, I mean, there ain't even no need. There's no need. I mean, what I'm doing speaks for itself. There is no need for translation. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the
Mm-hmm.
hunt. I'm on the hunt for him. Like I said, once I beat Para, come next weekend, he gonna have to see me, and and it's gonna be what it's gonna be from then on. And I'm definitely gonna bring my best. I've already made certain preparations for him, but obviously I'm not overlooking Para. I'm staying focused on
Right,
that. But
right.
at the same time, I've already made some preparations in spite of him. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I know a lot of people are gonna doubt me. A lot of people have, like I said, I've been hearing a lot of talk, and none of it phases me. End of the day, it all just motivates me more because people, they just really don't understand or know about me, and that's fine
Right,
because
right,
at the end of the day, I get where people get their insight from. I'm not one of those people who gets mad because people talk about them. Like, what I'm saying, end of the
right.
day, keep talking about me. You gonna be the one eating your words every single time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's crazy. I literally have not heard any of that foolishness because I'm messy. I would be all up in it,
I
but
mean,
I really haven't. Like, I haven't heard like nobody talking crazy as far as like boxers anyway. Like people, like the people on the street, who cares about them? They on the couch. But like boxers and shit, unless they doing it subliminally and I'm not catching it, I haven't heard anybody really talking
Oh no, no. I
crazy. I
mean,
mean,
it ain't really too many boxers. I mean, like I said, everybody know, specifically as far as the boxers
mhm.
that are my contemporaries. The main one I was beefing with at one point in time was Stephen Fulton. And I
I was
really
just about to ask you about that. Yeah.
yeah, and I still want that smoke. I still want to fight him like real bad, but
Hmm.
that'll be for another day. I believe it starts once I get this title. Once I get this title, then I'll be able to I'll be able to command and call the shots more so on who I won
Right.
and so on and so forth. So those bigger fights will definitely happen, especially because I believe Espinoza is probably the most highly rated in the division as far as the champions go.
Yeah,
So,
because I think it's well, Brandon Figueroa, now that he done beat Nick Ball, he's buzzing.
oh,
Shushu just put
oh
on an
yeah, yeah,
amazing performance. So,
yeah,
I think they all pretty buzzed up equally. So either way, I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah.
well, somebody got to come up off them belts. Somebody got
Hey,
to come up
straight
off
up.
it.
Straight
So,
up, and
but
I wanted Nick Ball. He matter of fact, he did duck me because
oh, really?
I got offered to fight him, and I took the fight him, and he didn't want to fight me. But like I said, so it is what it is. He ended up going out how he went out, and
Yeah.
congratulations to Figueroa. Hopefully I'll be able to get that fight one day too. I would love to fight him too. So but
Mhm.
right now, like I said, we focused on Para. Once I beat Para,
Right.
Espinoza's on the way, and then after
Hmm.
that, I'll be able to continue to build my legacy from then on.
That's right. With a belt around your waist. I know that's right. Speaking
That.
of Mr. Paro, I told you I'm all up in his business. So I took a look at his box rec. He is 23-1 with 17 knockouts, right?
Hmm.
What do you take from that? Because obviously I know you done looked deeper into it than that. But for the people who just look at that and say, oh, Elijah may be in trouble, what would you say to some of those people? Because I know me personally, when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I see the numbers. But then when you read that fine print, like how many of those fights were lopsided, you kind of be like, you know,
Exactly. I
you
mean,
know.
really, exactly. No, that's kind of no saying right there. It's like I look, yeah, you look at the opponent she's fought, look at the opponents
Mhm.
I fought, and then you can clearly see the difference. Like I said, he hasn't experienced. I mean, regardless, however people want to take it, yeah, he had a good fight against Omar Trinidad too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take that away from him. That was a good fight,
Mhm.
but he hasn't faced Elijah Pierce. Point blank. Period. He hasn't been in the ring with nobody like Elijah Pierce. You know what I mean? I'm a very adaptable guy. And like I said, I'm a boxer puncher. I can do just about anything. So you know
Mhm.
we gonna
Mhm.
see how he deals with that come next week. And I don't think
Yes,
he's
we
gonna fare
definitely
too
will.
well.
I don't either, but I'm glad to know that at least after that fight, obviously we're not looking past him, but just planning ahead, it's nothing wrong with preparation. After that, you were promised a title shot. So that's definitely good news for
For
sure.
sure, absolutely.
Um,
So
Even with that, I mean, because there's still some, like you said, you still wanted to fight Stephen Fulton, even though he doesn't have a belt. What about like the Oshakis and the Raymond Fords? I mean, they're at what, 130? They're like
yeah,
130
yeah,
now. So I
yeah.
mean,
See, but that's what I'm saying. Fulton's at 30 now. That's kind of why I had let it go for
let
the
it
time
go.
being. But and then
Yeah,
Ray Ford's another one. We and him, we was beefing. I don't. Well, we didn't really go as public with it, but me and Ray
right.
Ford, we've been beefing too heavy. And but
What
me and him,
happened?
no, I mean just internet stuff. And bottom
Oh,
line, it ain't important. But bottom line, we've spoken about it. I
mhm.
decided to kill all the back and forth because
Right,
it ain't about nothing. I mean, okay, we can keep
right.
we can keep talking back and forth, saying we're gonna do this, do that. All that is irrelevant. End of the day, he said that once I'm able to, when I go up and I'm able to get a fight with him and rank wise and everything, and it makes sense, we can do it. So that's my plan. I'm gonna get Food and I'm gonna get Ray Ford. Me and Oshaki, that's the, I'm cool with him too. But I'll fight him if the opportunity presents
Mhm.
itself and if for a belt or
Right.
something. I'm not willing to turn down smoke from nobody. I'll fight anybody. So let's make that
Mhm.
clear. But but end of the day, like I will say, there's different respect that I have for different fighters. Absolutely.
Right, right. No, I'm glad that you not like one of those fighters on the buddy pass, because that's what's really been getting on my nerves lately.
Oh
Some of
yeah.
these guys that just won't fight each other because they besties and all that other kind of foolishness. This is a sport, a one-man sport. You are one individual. When you go in that
Right.
ring, you are by yourself and you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but even further than that, shouldn't be in the same division if you guys aren't going to be willing to mix it up, because now you're holding up a division. We
Right.
got enough of that going around with this diva mentality. So that's definitely good to hear that even though, you cool with these guys, listen, I'll still get in there and get some money with you. That's because that's what it's about. You know
That
what I'm
that's
saying?
that
So,
that was literally the whole conversation between me and Shu. It was like, bro,
mhm,
like I said, that's my dog. Like I got nothing but love for
right.
Shu. But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, me and Shu will fight. We'll settle. Because like I said, a lot of people probably don't remember. Me and him went 1-1 in the Olympic trials. So we
And the
already,
Olympic trials, yeah.
yeah. So we already got a story together. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We'll go ahead settle that, and we'll go have dinner afterwards, and we'll kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all love at the end of the day, but this is a business, and that's what we do. We fight.
Mhm. Now I see a lot of these boys. A lot of people are lately signing to Zuffa and that whole outfit. What do you think of that whole outfit over there?
Um, my management has been in conversations with them as well. Well, at least just entry level stuff, just to see what kind of what if there's any interest where their heads at or anything like that. But
Really?
yeah, I
Okay.
mean, of course, my name is buzzing, so I think the main thing is just me staying focused and doing what
Mhm.
I gotta do. As long as
Right.
I continue to win first and foremost and continue to do my
Right.
part, whichever way I decide to go, or when my contract expires and all that type of stuff, whenever whichever way I decide to go, I believe the best is yet to come. And
Mm.
I'm super excited for the future. And
Mhm.
man, I'm almost there. It's like it's a real surreal feeling to really
Mhm.
have. Like, man, like I didn't put 10 years into this, and I'm right there. Like I'm really about to be a champion. I'm about to, man, make a lot of money. I'm about to do everything I set out to do, and and there's just so much more that even goes and continues on from there. But just as far as ultimate goal worth, what I'm saying, that's where we at, point blank.
Mhm. That's so amazing, Elijah. I can't wait to see you achieve all your goals. It feels good when you see people work hard for something and then they get what they work hard for. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's got to be ultra satisfying. And then of course for your kids too, to be able to look at
absolutely.
their father and see a champion. That would be amazing. Because I'm sure you're already their superhero, but to know that their father's a world champion too would probably just be amazing. But listen, let's lighten it up a little bit.
All right.
When because I'm pretty sure you don't get to eat like all crazy and all of that while you're training. What is the first thing after you like make weight or after you're no longer in training camp? What is the first thing you crave to eat?
I am a big pasta eater. I love pasta. Like,
Really?
God, I love pasta.
Lasagna, macaroni, like what?
No, like Alfredo. Like like especially seafood, like Alfredo, like any different variations of like seafood and Alfredo. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, like that is like my favorite.
Okay, okay, just a big old bowl of pasta.
Yep, like and chicken and seafood. That's all me right there.
Okay, okay, definitely, definitely. You have any type of like secret cravings for desserts? Like, are you a sugar person? Are you like a sour, a sweet? What is it?
Man, you know what? It's weird because I've never been like a sweet tooth type of person
Mhm.
until kind of like somewhat like maybe the last year or two. Like since I've gotten older, I
Really?
guess it's like I developed. Yeah, like I be craving sweets like a mug sometimes. Like where this come from? And
I
so,
know the feeling because I'm not really like a sweet person either, but like lately I've had like this Milky Way monkey on my back. Like, what is going on? I'm not either. Like, I don't eat candy, all that other kind of stuff, but every once in a while I have to have me a little something sweet to eat. So
yeah,
that's why I
see
was
the
at. I was like, I
only
wonder if what they eat when they not training and stuff. Because I know y'all have to stay on a strict diet while y'all training and in camp, but when you
yeah.
not, you can just kick back and relax. I'm sure y'all like, hey, y'all are people. What do y'all like to eat? What do y'all like to do? What do you do when you're not training and just kick with the kids? You watch movies? What do y'all?
No, well, that's definitely my favorite thing to do for sure.
Mhm.
Movie, I'm a movie fanatic. Like
Mhm.
it is funny because it's like some of my peoples, they always been joke on me and stuff about it. But like I've seen, man, I just love watching movies. That's my favorite. That's literally my favorite thing to do is watch movies. Like I just love watching movies. I watch old movies, funny movies, thrillers, biopics, comedy, well, whatever it is. I love movies.
What's your favorite type of movie though? Action, thriller, thinking. What you got?
It's a toss up between fighting movies and comedies, for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fighting movies like what? Like kickboxing, Street Fighter, like movies like that. Rocky.
See, of course, I love the Rocky film. I love
Everybody love
Rocky
Rockies.
Creed. I love the Rocky and the Creed films, of course. But I think probably one of my favorite movies is it got Cuba Gooding Jr. It's called Gladiator.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably
Okay.
one of my favorite boxing movies. It's real
Mhm.
throwback. Also I like Against the Ropes with Omar Epps. It
Mhm.
was basically a biopic about Jackie Callan. The former.
Mhm.
I think she is still managing fighters actually, but um,
Okay.
you know, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I like I said, I'm just ultimately I just love movies. I love watching
Mhm.
movies. That's probably my favorite little thing to do. Hang out, with my
Mhm.
kids or just hang out in general and wow, watch some movies, kick back and chill. You know what I'm saying? Or if not that, then it's making music.
Oh, okay. Okay. You make music. You know what? You know what else I didn't even realize too? That Albright sings. Have y'all thought about doing something together?
We actually have talked. We talked a little bit, not about necessarily doing something together, but we definitely talked about it though, for sure.
Okay, okay. That just came to my mind when you said music. I'm like, because I know he can sing or something. I know they were saying that he could sing, so
Yeah, yeah,
that's
he
definitely
can
good.
sing really, really good. I mean, I sing myself. Well, yeah,
Okay.
dude, yeah, he's good. I'm like, oh, okay, bro, yeah.
Hmm.
Salute to you.
Yeah, for sure. What did you think of the card last week, or what was it? Now we've coming up on 2 weeks ago, the Shakur and Tio fight. What did you think of that? Did it go the way you pretty much thought it would go, or were you surprised at all?
I mean, I wasn't surprised. I knew either it would go the way that it went or the opposite way, and it's pretty much like it was. It's pretty much each side of the coin how I looked at it. I was like either Shakur is gonna be dominant in his boxing ability because Shakur is he's a great boxer. I mean, you got to give it to him. Dude's
Mhm,
great. He's been great.
mhm,
And but at the same time, I didn't count To out because To's out. He's very athletic.
mhm,
He uses his athleticism well when he
mhm.
fights. But at the same time, I just said it all just depends on mentally who's able to
Right.
dictate dictate the game plan and the pace. And ultimately,
Mhm.
Shakur was the smarter fighter, and he came out victorious.
Yeah, I gotta say, I had Shakur winning, but honestly, I didn't think it was gonna be that easy. Like I thought it would have been at least like a 7-5 or 8-4, not like 11-1 or like a queen sweep. Like that
Yeah,
to me was like a little shocking. I knew Shakur would win because he is the superior boxer, but how easy it was to me kind of was like, what the. But if you I don't know, T.O. he's been having some issues lately, but I wish him the best. He's gonna try and make his mark now at 147. So, shout out to him and salute to him. Just gotta dust yourself off. It's not like he lost to like, somebody that nobody considers good. Everybody considers Shakur great. So it's not really that big of a, you know what I'm saying? A
yeah.
big of a
I mean,
loss. But what did you think about Keyshawn's performance?
oh yeah, Keyshawn, he looked great in his fight. He looked great. 'Cause
Hmm.
honestly,
Hmm.
I mean, Jermaine Ortiz is a very good fighter as well. He's a really good
Hmm.
fighter. And, I wasn't expecting him to take. I mean, to basically like take advantage of him the way that he did. I didn't think he was gonna be as aggressive either. I really didn't. I thought he was gonna more so I was trying to kind of take a more of a technician approach, like or
Hmm.
Shakur. I'll even say Shakur approach more so like boxing a little more. But he took it to him and he got him out of there.
Yeah, no, I knew that Keyshawn was gonna kind of pretty much be mean because he's mean in the ring. Keyshawn punches with nothing but nasty intentions. I love it. I kind of knew it. I didn't know he was gonna stop him, to the body like that, but I knew that he was gonna get him out of there because Keyshawn, he likes to fight, so he likes to fight and box. So that was
Yeah, I mean,
definitely a surprise.
I was supposed to. get some work with him because I remember Bomac.
Okay.
I had talked to Bomac. They had hit me about sparring him.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I can't remember if it was this fight or is the past fight. I can't remember which fight it was, but yeah, I remember they spoke to me about working with him, and I was really eager to spar with them too, but unfortunately we just had coinciding dates, and we wasn't able to
Hmm.
make it happen. But yeah, man, all best wishes to Keyshawn and his team, and I don't think he's not with Bomac anymore. I don't think though,
No,
but
no, no. He's not with Bomac anymore. He went back to his originally team. So it had to be maybe for the Edwin fight or possibly the fight before that, the Barenchek fight.
yeah,
But yeah, that wouldn't have been bad. That wouldn't have been bad. That would have been good for both of y'all because Keyshawn, he's sharp, you know.
yeah,
Y'all would
sure,
have definitely been able to help each other out like you and Frank were just doing. You know what I'm saying? So that would have
right.
definitely been a good look. Hopefully, y'all can definitely make that happen again. But y'all were in there working. I saw you and Frank. Frank looks good at 140, man. That weight looks good on
Yeah,
him. He looks
for sure.
healthy, you know. So definitely, definitely, definitely. And you too, like I said, I wish let me find that clip. You look very, very sharp. You look faster. Not that you were slow before, but you just look a little faster and a little sharper. I was watching it earlier. I was like, oh, look at Elijah. Let me
Yeah,
find. Yeah, I don't
it's
know
funny
who that
because
man was. Man, where did they go? I should have bookmarked
eh,
it. But go ahead. What you were saying?
no, it's kind of funny too because I've been hearing that. Like, you're not the first person who's told me that. I've actually even heard that by some of my like my close peers. They're like, man,
Uh-huh.
you look faster, you look more like quick like you used to, and woo. And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I wanted to kind of clear up that misconception a little bit too, because it's not so much that I couldn't be. It's just more so the mental focal of where I've been at. Like I've being at like a lot of these guys that I've been fighting as of recently, like I've had somewhat of a size advantage over them. So I'm taller
Mhm.
than them. I'm taller than them most of the time. My reach is longer and everything. So it's like, and obviously I'm a power. I can punch. If that's not already evident. So, you know, I just think that I've kind of gotten a little bit. I'm not gonna act like I have. I've gotten a little bit more privy to, just trying to get these guys out of there, focusing more on the power instead of the speed. Which, as in before, I used to be a lot more focal on speed. So,
Okay.
and which is some things that I've had to look at and work on. So I'm even glad that you even brought that up and said that again, because that just once again even solidified that fact again.
Yeah, but you know what, Elijah? It's not necessarily like a bad thing. I don't think anyone is saying it like they're trying to diss you like you were slow before. It's just you notice it, like you look a little sharper,
Oh
but
no,
that
no,
should be what you
no, no.
strive for, right? That's what you put in the work for to get sharper, to get better. You know what I mean?
No,
Let's see.
absolutely, absolutely, and no, I wasn't even saying even to you like towards you like it was a negative or
Yeah,
anything.
this one.
I was just saying,
Oh, what's
oh
on?
yeah, yeah,
Got you.
yeah. That's my guy, man. That's my big bro. That's Aaron Salomon.
You look a little faster.
Yeah, man. He's been training me
Okay.
since I was 17 years old.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
you look. I was like when I
that's
was watching it earlier, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, looking a little sharper, man. Yeah, and then here you are with Frank.
yeah, yeah, and
Hmm.
that's funny because we haven't even as worked together as often as we normally do, just because he's been having some things going on in life, just so on.
Yeah.
So have I as well. We've just been able to finally link again and put some more work in, but. That's my big brother, man. I love that guy. Matter of fact, I actually
Mhm.
um I named my daughter in honor of him,
Really? What's her name?
Isabella. See, he's Italian. His name, like I said, Aaron Salomon. Like I said, he's an Italian guy.
Hmm.
I named her Isabella in honor of him.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
he was a big inspiration, a big help in my adolescence.
Mm-hmm.
I was married at one point in time, and
Mm-hmm.
he definitely was a one of the one of the male figures that I look to for advice a lot. And he was always, I mean, just he's a great dude. I mean, he's probably one of the
Yeah.
only people I've known who I've probably seen him upset one time. Like, and I've known, like,
Really?
I've known him for, I've known him for about 12 years, and he's probably the only guy I've ever seen that's never upset. Like, he just
Mm.
always has a smile on his face, no matter what he goes through. He goes through, even when he goes through bad situations, when he goes through hurtful situations, whatever. He keeps smiling. Hey, champ, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? He just, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's motivating, because it's like when you need somebody like that whenever you have your hard days in the gym. Somebody to pick you up and, come on, champ, let's go, man. We're gonna push today. Yeah, I know it's hard. We're gonna keep, but we're gonna work hard. We're gonna keep going. It just, you need that. You need that type of camaraderie in the gym always.
That's a good thing. And just speaking about, like you said previously when you were here, we talked about your divorce and how hard that was on you, and that's ultimately possibly what led to like your only one of your only losses, your last
Yep.
one that you had 12 fights or so ago. So it just seems like now you're in a much better place. You have your kids, I'm assuming you have the custody now of your children, and things look like they're getting better for you, Elijah. So I'm just glad, and I'm happy we could follow you through this journey. And I cannot wait until you win that belt.
Oh,
I really
absolutely.
can. You're
It's
working
coming.
hard and you deserve it. So,
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
but
I really
listen,
appreciate you.
heavy is going to be the head that wears the crown. So once you get that belt, they all going to be gunning for you, So that's just the beginning. That's not the end. That's just the
But yeah,
beginning because they're going to be okay. Okay.
yes. Tell them, come on with
Okay.
it. Come on with it. I ain't ducking no smoke. I ain't ducking no smoke from nobody. I ain't never been that type. I'm always ready to put the
Mhm.
show on the show. That's what I do. I'm a natural born entertainer.
Okay. What's your ring walk song this time? Next week. What you got? What you gonna have? What you gonna have? You know what it is yet?
Oh yeah, yeah. See, it's actually one of my songs.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, we're
Okay.
gonna we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do something different this time.
What the fit looking like? What we looking like? What we gotta have on? What we wearing?
Without giving too much away, I'm just gonna say we like. I'm a real, like, I'm a metalhead. Like, I love rock music for real. Like,
Okay.
I'm a rock, like, I'm real with the rock star vibes. All that, I'm with that. So that's kind of how
Okay.
we gonna come with this. We about to show up, show out, and so I'm about to rock the house like I do.
Okay. Headlining main event next week. Prime video. What? Okay.
Yep.
We on the right path. Well, I want to thank you so much, Elijah, for stopping by. It is always a pleasure to talk to you. I didn't want to keep you too long because I know you probably got stuff to do. I'm surprised the babies. I don't hear the babies in the back.
Oh, they
But
upstairs. They upstairs running around
okay.
right now. I can hear them. I hear all the noise.
No supervision. No supervision. Let's get it, huh?
Oh
No,
no,
I
they
just
they
can't picture
yeah.
them.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
she
it's
looks
all
like she just
good.
loves her little brother to death. She looks like she just loves her little brother to death.
Oh man, she does. It's crazy because my big sister is
Hmm.
she reminds me so much, like, her personality somewhat is a reflection of her in a way. It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
Like, my
Okay.
big, I love my big sister to death. Like, that's
Hmm.
that's my dog. Like, she, I got a lot of I'm very close with all my siblings. I got a lot of siblings.
How
Um,
many you got?
I got about eight, but
Oh wow.
they're on different. I got three older brothers on my mother's side, and
Hmm.
then I have and which they're all in charge of my merch and all my merchandising and
Okay.
whatnot. So they handle all that
Okay.
stuff. And then I got two sisters and a little brother on my father's side. Now my little
Okay.
brother, I call him twin. We pretty much
Mhm.
since we're the closest in age to each other. I call him twin, but he's the one that's most of the time always in the corners with me most of the time.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, but
Okay.
him, and then my two sisters. I got a younger sister and an older sister, and like I said, I love both of them to death. Me and my younger sister, we're super close, and well, I'm both close to both my sisters, but you know, those the two sisters you only get. You feel me? Like, got to take care of them. Can't let nobody
Hmm.
play with them, play with my girls, man.
That's right. That's right, for sure. Well, I thank you so much for coming up, Elijah. This has been a pleasure and has been so much fun as always. And we're gonna have you back. Now, what happened? Because I know you were supposed to fight earlier than next week. You were supposed to fight, what was it, last month? What happened with the car got pushed
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I
It
thought you had
actually,
that.
it was a kind of similar situation. I guess I don't know the particulars of Richardson Hitchens' situation, but
Mm.
it was kind of a similar situation. I ended up getting real sick right before the fight.
Mm.
And that's
Mm.
a thing that people need to kind of understand too. When we are cutting weight and all that stuff, that's when your immune system is most vulnerable to sicknesses and
Mhm.
all that type of
Mhm.
stuff. And I ended up,
Mhm.
oh man, I got terribly sick. So, and
Oh my
ultimately,
goodness.
I still wanted to try to fight. I did, but come on now, I'm too close.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
too close.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no reason to risk it all
Mhm.
and not be at my best. So ultimately, it was a hard decision to make, but I had to make the best decision for me and my family.
Right, right, because obviously it's something you probably would have regretted if you went out there and was like half or you know what I'm saying, wasn't feeling at
Yeah,
your best in situations
exactly.
like this for sure. For sure. But on the Pacquiao card headlining it, that's big business. You know what I mean? And like we talked about earlier, he's back, peeking his behind back and forth out the ring. So is Floyd now. Floyd Mayweather's coming back. I wish they'd lock the senior door box rec, but here they are.
Yeah, I'm
Running
not gonna
them.
lie.
But
The
what do you
Floyd
think about
thing kind of
Mayweather being
surprised
back?
me. That definitely surprised me. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, whoa. So I mean, because I've been hearing things, I've been hearing
Mhm.
stuff about he's financially, in some trouble, and I
Mhm.
mean, I've just heard different, conflicting stories. That
Right.
it ain't none of my
Right.
business.
Mm.
End of the day,
Right.
I love Floyd. He's always been one of my top five fighters, always.
Mhm.
And I mean, end of the day, he's undefeated. He's a legend, and I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna be excited to see him fight. I mean, but
Mm.
even though we'll just kind of see what happens. I just hope that he doesn't like try like he doesn't end up ruining his career or anything like that doing
That's my
something.
fear. That's
Yeah,
my fear, and
yeah.
that's
I
the only reason
just
I don't want his ass back. Go sit down somewhere. Go be a papa to your grandkids. Don't nobody want to see you in this damn ring no more. Okay, him,
right.
all of them. I don't know who left the door open to the senior department of box rec, but close it, lock it, and throw away that damn key because this is a young man's game, and one of them may get themselves seriously hurt because they're gonna get in there with somebody who don't care nothing about them being their idol. They looking to make a name for themselves, and somebody can get seriously hurt. And I would hate,
Yeah,
like you said, for Floyd, you 50-0. You've been out the ring since what, 2017, 28. Stay out the ring, Floyd.
yeah. So
But you can't tell these men they're fighters. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Whatever.
yeah, you exactly. So I mean, end of the
Whatever.
day, the only thing we can do is just be spectators and choose
Yeah.
to support or choose not to support. And of
Yeah.
course, like because I am a fan of Floyd, I will support.
Mm-hmm.
And
Of course.
I wish him the absolute best, and
Mm-hmm.
however long he continues to follow his endeavors in boxing, and simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he misses the spotlight and he misses, the financial aspects of it. But, at 40, what is he, 48, 49 years old? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But that's my concern too. I share the same concern. I don't want him to ruin how we look at him. Like with, the 50
Right,
the Mayweather, all of this, I don't want him to be sat down that way. Cause then it'd be like, come on, man, you already went out on top, you're gonna come back to
right.
slide all the way down the bridge. So I don't know, but I'm sure Floyd, he knows what he's doing, hopefully. But yeah, he was always exciting to watch. He was very entertained at the press conference and stuff. So, hey, they're
Just
gonna do what
straight
they're
like
gonna
that.
do.
Just, well,
Fighters gonna fight.
to those who will be tuning in, like I said, get ready
I will be
for
too. Yeah.
get ready for the hunt. The hunt is about to well, the hunt ain't never stopped. You know what I'm saying? The hunt continues always, but get
Hmm.
ready for another edition of the hunt. You know what I'm saying? Coming February 28th next week, we almost there. I'm excited to do it again. Pierce versus Parr, or should I say Parr versus Pierce? I'm the one defending my WBO International. soon
Mm-hmm.
to fight for the WBO world title after I win. So just stay tuned. The hunt continues, and I'll see y'all next week.
Thank you so much, Elijah. And let everybody know where they can follow you on your socials, all of that, man, so we can go ahead and support you, man.
Oh yeah,
Let
for
them know.
sure.
Follow you on.
I'm on Instagram at Elijah_Pierce. I'm on Twitter at WXXXLFIE. On Facebook. If anybody feels, if you see me, you feel the need to reach out or whatever the case may be. I'm not one of these Hollywood dudes. I say this all the time. Like, reach out. You know what I'm saying? I like
Mhm.
to converse with the people because you just never know who you might run across. You never know who
That's
you can
right.
inspire. You never know who
That's
you
right.
can support. Just all that, man. I'm really a very down to earth type of person, and I show love to anybody who show love to me, and anybody
That's
who
right.
shows hate to me. I'm not gonna act like I won't show it back, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't
No.
it ain't
You
that
gotta be
big.
petty, Elijah. You gotta be petty like me. They take it low, I take it to the ground, baby. We taking
No,
this thing all the way down.
for real. Though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I didn't definitely have my
Listen,
moments, so where I take it to
listen,
him.
I tell people, listen, you take it low, dig a grave, baby, because there we go. That's it. But I want to thank you, Elijah. I appreciate you for stopping by once again, man. And I'm gonna be tuned in next week because I want to hear that song for one, and I want to see the outfit. So
No
we
doubt,
gonna see what's going on. We gonna see what's going on. But thank you so much. I appreciate
for sure. Shout out Jab Queen.
you. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye. Bye. Woo, child. Woo. All right, guys. I'm so sorry. But we probably gonna be back after the fights because I think the prelims and stuff is about to come on, and I want to check some of those out. So I love y'all, I really do. But mother is getting ready to go watch us some fights. If it's not too late, if they don't keep us up till 2 o'clock in the morning, because you know how these people like to do these cards, then I will come back and we'll talk about it. Obviously, like I said, unfortunately, Richardson Hitchens with his little tired self, he is no longer on the card. This is the second card in a row that he's done pulled a Houdini on us. So we are definitely going to be monitoring the situation. I don't think they found a replacement for Oscar for Duarte yet. It was too close. So maybe they just pulled that fight all together. So maybe that card won't run as long. So we'll definitely see. I will holler at y'all a little later. Y'all be safe, man. Get ready to enjoy some fights. If y'all did not smash the like button, smash the like button on your way in or out the building, baby. It don't matter to me. Okay. If you're new here, make sure you sub to the channel. We are growing and glowing. Okay. Security is widening by the second because some of y'all come over here trying to bite me. But I love y'all. I will see y'all. Yes, yes, secret dance. You didn't hear that, baby? Yes, secret dance move. You know what? We got a little bit longer. I'm gonna drop the link. See what y'all talking about. But yes, Richardson Hitchens with himself is no longer on the card. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, there was an issue with him making weight or an issue with some his little tummy hurt. Child, I don't know what happened, but he is no longer on the card. And I think it may be too late to find a replacement. So I don't know, guys. I really just don't know what's happening with the young man. Hopefully, he's okay. But this what happens too when you're cutting weight a lot, and you just can't do it anymore. I'm assuming that's what took place. So I don't know. But yeah, that's what's happening. He's off the card. So possibly all those fights move up. I told y'all earlier about Connor Ben. Okay. Connor Ben is now running on over there to the Zuffa. Okay, he's now signed to Dana White. He is signed for only one fight, which is what they say anyway, that he's only signed for one fight. 15, what is it, 15 million? What did I read? Yeah, I think it was 15 million or something like that for one fight, which really don't make a lot of sense to me. However, that is what I'm hearing, that he signed for 15 million one fight. But we all know that, in my opinion, it's a little bit nasty. Eddie has held you down for the last 10 years, even through your little egg drug trouble situation you had going on. And now you went ahead and did him like that. So, Connor Ben, this is from Eddie through me for you.
You disloyal, fool ass, bitch made punk.
That is what I think of you, Connor Ben. Okay. And if you didn't hear me before, let me say it again.
You disloyal, fool ass, bitch made punk.
Mm, 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 mm. Lord have mercy. Anyway, Connor Ben has slid on over there. Andy Ruiz has slithered on over to the Zuffa. Okay, for those of y'all who didn't make the news portion of the show, he is now with the Zuffa. Zenobach is suspended for a whole entire year. Okay, for his drug usage, that will be retroed back to December the 2nd. GHBTV, what's up, baby? That will be retroed back to the 2nd of December. Now, moving forward, I don't know what a lot of these gentlemen are going to do. It looks like as if, they're making some really good offers, apparently, to some of the guys, and they're considering Zuffa. From what I heard from Eddie, excuse me, we're not sure which way Bam is going to go, actually, because even though Matchroom matched the offer that was made from Zuffa, he said he still has not heard back from them. So we don't know. We might have another one. Okay, so hold on. Dan Raphael says that Richardson Hitchens was possibly 148 when he woke up. He had some water, made it easy, morning weigh-in, no issue. Went to the team for breakfast, started throwing up, and he was vomiting, and so the fight is off. He got a tummy ache. Here we go. I suspect, like I said previously, these boys need to fight a little closer to their weight class to prevent some of these issues. If we go back to same-day weigh-ins, we can also prevent some of these issues. I understand that sometimes they stay in a weight class for certain fights. Maybe there's more fights in one weight class than there is in the others. However, if it's hurting your health, right? Because we all seen what happened to Virgil when he still couldn't make weight at 147. He was hospitalized, and he had his issues. Look at Chris Eubank. Damn, they killed himself after that fight with Conor Ben because he slimmed down too much. I just don't understand why they do this. But nevertheless, Richardson Hitchens is no longer on that card. We don't know if they're going to find Duarte another fight or they're just going to pull the whole card. I don't know. I'll check into it, child, in a minute. But that is that for now. Y'all have yourself a wonderful evening. I'm getting ready to go watch these cards. If it is not too long, honey, give me about 10 minutes when the card goes off to make me a thumbnail, and I will be right on back up here so we can talk about the fights. Obviously, we won't be talking about the Richardson Hitchens fight, but I was looking forward to Frank anyway, and Antoine Russell and the main event more than anything anyway. So no skin off my back. Yeah, yes, honey. I will see y'all after the fights. Y'all behave. Y'all have a good night. Go enjoy some fights, baby. Catch me on another panel. Mother is out of here.